we can turn this into something positive and maybe it'll spread.
He's the most positive person on his job.
Now you're cured.
I feel good.
Good morning and welcome to Positively Milwaukee. We all know it's been a long election cycle and ballots have already been cast in the presidential election. One Wisconsin group used music to target young voters this election season, and it's planning to expand its reach and strike a chord about civic duty all year long.
Yeah.
Music with a message.
Trying to catch our breath, we feeling strangled deep inside.
Rap songs became a tool to reach young voters this election season.
It was really nice to be able to exude my passions in this way. And hopefully, you know, that sits well with someone else and inspires them to do what it inspired me to do, which is get active.
But just because November 3rd is over, the beat goes on for political involvement. Wisconsin Conservation Voices will keep pushing to help underserved communities be heard. The group's overall mission is to protect the beautiful natural resources of Wisconsin, air, land, water, even public health. But it all begins at the ballot box.
It's very essential that we stay active and stay involved and stay informed and also continue to pass down our knowledge. So it doesn't stop here.
And if you waste your vote, you'll see how strange things go.
Moody is one of 4 artists who lent their talents to inspire younger voters.
I wanna make change. I wanna make change.
One goal post-election, keep enthusiasm alive for smaller contests.
Conveniently, it is a presidential election year, but what I'd like to do is use these same kind of engagement tactics for local races and creating those trusted messengers that have people involved year-round in elections. Local races shape federal politics, so get involved in your school board races. Call your alderman, call your county executive. You know, build relationships with these folks and also build relationships with your neighbors and friends and family to get out to vote in all elections.
The notion behind these videos, start meaningful conversations about politics and the issues. Helping to produce them, the Milwaukee Repertory Theater and Cue the Sun. Northwestern Mutual gave financial backing.
What would you like to say to Milwaukee about being active and being a good citizen?
I would just say, look at what we've done. Look at the protests. Look at how we've come together this year specifically.
Wisconsin Conservation Voices also helps those with disabilities and Native Americans get their voices heard.
Native vote is important for our community as well as our nation.
You know, it's going to take a innovative approach in such difficult times for everybody. You know, we're gonna have to do unconventional engagement, and I think with what we created with artists like Moody and partnerships with organizations like the Milwaukee Rep really speak to that.
Get active. It's our time. Take action. It's our life. Reactive.
An innovative approach, getting more people involved in the decisions that affect all of our lives.
But what I would like to see is people from all backgrounds, from all walks of life, work together on issues. You know, no matter if you're Democrat or Republican.
The name of my song is actually called Change Comes Slow. So even though we're going to be hands-on and we're going to be voting, that doesn't mean that when the voting is over, the problems are over or everything's done now, the world is a better place. It's very essential that we stay active and stay involved and stay informed and also continue to pass down our knowledge. So it doesn't stop here. This isn't even the peak of it. We're just climbing. So I want to make sure that people know we still have a ways to go. We're just getting there. I just really want to connect. I want to be remembered, and hopefully in a good way. I want to be a person that resonates with people, so I like to be felt. I operate off of energy. I've seen a lot of people come and go, and I just want to be someone that stays and sticks with people in one way or another.
So utilize your options when it comes down to these polls. We ain't fighting just for justice, we still fighting for our souls. Change comes slow.
We have a lot of talent in our state. For more information about Wisconsin Conservation Voices, we do have a link to the group's website. Just go to our Positively Milwaukee Facebook page. Veterans Day was this past week, and you're looking at an annual event in Racine County that took place. It was socially distanced and just smaller than usual, but the intention, of course, the same, to honor those who sacrificed their lives for freedom.
It's important that everyone understands the sacrifice all veterans make. Ones that aren't with us today, but also the ones that did serve that are here with us. We sacrificed holidays away, time away from families, in order to protect the freedoms we have. And now we're back home, we're part of it, but it's important that we remember all those sacrifices that these veterans have made.
The Anderson Murphy VFW post received an award for its 75 years of service to the community. This post has been serving veterans and their families since just after World War II. Incredible. And thank you to all of our veterans. With the stress of COVID-19 and the elections, sometimes you just need to talk to someone to get something off your chest. A Milwaukee woman is offering just that, and she wants to give people a safe space to sound off. Here's James Groh.
Do you want to be heard? Have a seat. Have a seat. Just take a couple minutes, as long as you feel comfortable.
With the election, the pandemic, racial injustice, and the whole mess 2020 has been, Jules Maloney is doing what she can to make things better by offering a kind ear for people to talk to, no judgments.
Being out here is just providing space and folks an opportunity to be heard, to share what's real and alive for them in this moment.
She calls this her empathy booth. On Thursday, she was at Locust and Bremen Street in Milwaukee, listening to anyone who wanted to come up and talk. One of those people was Kevin Golicki, who just happened to walk by as I was filming this story.
What's alive in you right now? What's taking up mental real estate?
I need all of this to mean something in the end.
Yeah.
She got inspired to do this because of the election. Jules said it can be hard to talk to people right now, but when you're with her, it's a safe space. You can even sound off if you want to, and all opinions are respected.
It's trying to find that common ground.
I don't have a story about someone who's coming up to me for the first time, so I'm open with curiosity, so it might feel like a space that people can step into more, and that's what I love about this.
She's a communication specialist and says the ability to empathize, listen, and be a calming presence can make these turbulent times a little more bearable.
Being labeled something, you're worried that people will see you maybe in a different way than you intended or box you into something.
You can find her on Facebook by searching Empathy Anywhere. Jules says she will continue to lend a kind ear to anyone who needs it, because sometimes we just need someone to talk to.
That's for sure. Thank you, James. And we can all learn to be more empathetic toward each other and our neighbors. Well, who didn't like Rice Krispie treats as a child? Well, they are still popular and they bring back nostalgia. One local bakery is winning over customers with new ingredients. Delaney Bry explains.
In 2015, Carrie decided to sell a batch of her Rice Krispie treats at a farmer's market. The rest is marshmallow history.
Right off the bat, people were asking us to do other markets and just to cater their weddings and parties. So we kind of thought maybe we actually do have something here.
With business going well, there was an opportunity to purchase a permanent home for Carrie's Krispies.
We just wanted an address of our own and a kitchen of our own.
The home quickly became a haven as the pandemic hit Wisconsin.
All of our events were canceled. I think we had about 84 events planned for this year, and we ended up having 3.
Thankfully, Carrie's shop in West Dallas has kept the sweets coming.
We have so many repeat customers already, and you know, we are right by a school, so kids stop in after school with their allowance money, and families are stopping in. People are picking up treats, for hospitals nearby.
And the variety of flavors growing.
I look up ice cream flavors or just desserts in general that people are familiar with, and I'd see if I could, adapt it and make it into a Rice Krispie treat.
Even if you like things spicy.
A chocolate Krispie with actual Reaper powder in it. I don't know what it tastes like. I won't taste it because everyone that has says they're in pain for about 10 minutes.
Proving that something as classic as a Rice Krispie treat can get tastier with the right Carrie in the kitchen.
And Carrie actually bills her shop as the Midwest's only dedicated Rice Krispie treat shop. You can check out her website to order online and see what she's making. We put a link on our Facebook page. Helping the less fortunate, how one organization helped another nonprofit survive. Also ahead, the incredible innovation happening at UW Milwaukee that could change the way we rehab injuries. Welcome back. The Milwaukee Coalition Against Hate is putting the finishing touches on a video about stopping violence. Here's a sneak peek at the song, Put Him Down.
But if we
really want to change, gotta start with us. We gotta silence all the violence, we done had enough. It's time to put the guns down and lift each other up.
The community group is working to fight racism, prejudice, and inequalities in Milwaukee. Their goal is to make the city a safer place for everyone to live. The generosity of people during the pandemic has been critical to nonprofit groups. Julia Fellow shows us how the United Way played a crucial role in keeping one organization open.
Would you guys be where you are right now, without them?
No. We'd be hurting like all get out.
We were there at the start of this pandemic with YWCA of Southeast Wisconsin, when little was known about the virus.
The cleaning bills became astronomical.
The United Way took that burden over for them, handing over thousands of dollars worth of free personal protective equipment.
We have vendors that we've had decades-long relationships that reached out and said, hey, we have a line on gloves. Hey, we have a line on masks, when people can tell you there were some things you just couldn't find, and if you found them, the price gouging was real.
While the YWCA was able to return their focus to their mission to empower women and keep their programs running.
It really was the humanity of the moment, and I think that's the real root of United Way.
And it's thanks to donations from people who met the moment. United Way has given out $1 million in COVID-19 relief in Milwaukee and Waukesha counties alone. Nicole Angrasano said they loosened the application process for nonprofits during this pandemic.
Without immediate response, they were going to be in trouble.
Meanwhile, the United Way of Racine County has been able to give out about $150,000 worth of COVID-19 relief funds, where yet again the YWCA was able to get computers for their high school equivalency diploma students in Racine County.
So they didn't have to attend class on a smartphone.
Allie Hagg shares United Way's Racine chapter is continuing to raise money right now to help local shelters expand their space and capacity.
To the Racine Zoo that purchase food for the zoo animals because they had to shut down during COVID and they were not receiving income.
Because there is no better way to get things done than as a community.
The United Way is fundraising for a second round of COVID-19 relief funds. If you'd like to learn more on how you can donate, go to tmj4.com/rebound. 3 Nicolet High School students made their college commitments official this past week. Lance Allen talked to them about the opportunity to play Division I sports, a happy and emotional moment for these young men.
Without you guys, I would not be here. All the long car rides, all the hotel stays, you guys have been great, fantastic. I love you guys so much.
It means a lot. I know how hard I worked for this, I know how far I've come, and just to finally be able to secure a spot is just amazing.
Just being able to have a signing day, regardless of the fact if it was socially distanced or not, is nice for me. Just because regardless of the fact of how it was, you still got a way to show all the hard work you put up. Being up there on that stage and showing people that you did it. Kind of when you signed that signature, you did it, you made it. You're going to school, so that's just something that was huge for me.
Congratulations, Will, Colby, and James, and we wish you the best as students and athletes. And congratulations to the parents as well. Still ahead on Positively Milwaukee, a Waukesha County man performs in Vegas and has a song that we all need to hear during this divided time in America. But first, physical therapy without the physical therapist? That could happen thanks to research being done at UWM. That story next. Welcome back. An exciting medical breakthrough at UW Milwaukee could change the way we rehab injuries. James Gross shows us what scientists have been working on.
This is the future of physical therapy, and it's at UW Milwaukee. It's called the Smart Robotic Exoskeleton.
This is a wearable exoskeleton robot. This was designed to provide rehabilitation therapy so that people can gain lost upper limb functions.
Dr. Habib Rahman and his team of PhD students at UWM are making it so you can do physical therapy without the physical therapist. It's meant for people who've had traumatic injuries, the elderly, and stroke victims.
Think about the stroke subject. Other people need to be there, to take them to the hospital. But think about if this device at home, at patient's own pace, they can do the exercise.
The XREX gives the patient more autonomy. They don't have to rely on a physical therapist. In the most basic terms, the robotic arm does the exercises for you. Patients can also do more physical therapy than they would otherwise be able to, given their insurance policy restrictions, since they're doing this at the comfort of their home. It's easy to use. Just strap in and select the arm exercise you want on a computer, and the robotic arm will begin to move.
We see this exoskeleton robot not as a replacement of physical therapists or occupational therapists, but as a tool they can use. It's more of an intelligent robotic assistant.
They're still troubleshooting a few ideas, so they hope to have this commercially available in 4 years. Rahman also received a nearly $1.5 million grant to attach a robotic arm to a wheelchair.
Incredible work being done at UW-Milwaukee, and we have another reason to smile. We have a wonderful way to help families of children with cancer and serious illness this holiday season. Stuff the Stocking kicked off earlier this week. Now, this is in place of the Christmas Fantasy House, which had to be canceled because of COVID-19. Money raised from the Fantasy House went to the Ronald McDonald House, Eastern Charities. But organizers came up with this Stuff the Stocking idea to raise money and items for the Ronald McDonald House.
We're looking for food supplies. We are looking for baby toiletries. We are looking for toys and books for children. We're looking for household supplies, monetary donations, and gift cards.
All items must be new. Now, you can drop anything off you want to give at the Ronald McDonald House on Watertown Plank Road in Wauwatosa until 7 this evening, or you can select one of several drop-off sites. We have a wish list for the stocking on our Positively Milwaukee Facebook page, a great way to help families as we get ready for the holidays. Well, if you're driving along I-94, you might notice a new billboard. It's the Turkey Ticker Challenge by Hunger Task Force. They've teamed up with Rexnord to donate turkeys this holiday season. Rexnord will match each donation, and at $15 a bird, that's sure to brighten the holidays for many families in need.
We want to bring that hope and joy at the holiday season. We want to think of it as a time of renewal and something to look forward to.
And you can donate online through the month of November. We have a link on our Positively Milwaukee Facebook page. Well, every once in a while I come across a song that inspires me, and I'd like to share the latest one with you. It's by Chadwick Johnson. He's from Waukesha County, but now lives and works in Las Vegas. His song, Have We Forgotten, speaks to our great divide and the need to infuse love and humanity in our world. Here's Have We Forgotten by Chadwick Johnson.
I've been thinking about things lately, about where we're going and where we've been. What really matters, that's the question. So busy marking losses and counting wins. I was raised to pay attention, to challenge what you know, question what you're told. How did we end up so divided? If I don't adopt what you and I sold, have we forgotten how to be people? What makes us human through and through? What makes us breathe? What makes us bleed? What makes me just like you? Yet here we are, we think so different. Are we drawing lines? Is it black and white? Angry words, they hurt, they cut me. But if I just give up, our story dies. Have we forgotten how to be patient? I know you're hurting, I'm worried too. Need you to stay, meet me halfway. I still believe in you. Have we forgotten These are confusing matters, but what really matters is you. We'll sift through the sticks and stones we say we'll build on the clay and shape our way to truth of me and you. Have we forgotten we can be heroes so we can move mountains? We'll walk through flames, cross the divided deep inside, building bridges we may change. 'Cause what makes us different makes us human, makes us the same. Or have we forgotten?
Wisconsin has so much talent. Thank you, Chadwick Johnson. And you can download Have We Forgotten wherever you buy your music. I'll be right back with my quote of the week. This week's quote comes from the young lady who was wise way beyond her years. Anne Frank witnessed the absolute worst of society, but still managed to see good. Anne Frank's quote, "No one has ever become poor by giving." Think about that. And thank you for joining us today on Positively Milwaukee. Let's keep reflecting on the good as we get ready for the holiday season. Have a wonderful week.